What up, though? It's your boy Foreman. We back with another Madden 20 head-to-head gameplay, and today I got a really good gameplay for you guys. And this game was one of those games where I was so close to rage quitting so many different times because it was just one of those games where it felt like Madden was against me. I wasn't gonna get any breaks, and I had to fight for every yard and every stop. Right here, he goes to the jet sweep, and I overrun with Bobby Wagner, and he gets loose. And I do a good job of strafing up with Shaquem Griffith to stop him from going all the way. And from this point, I know I got to lock in and try to hold him to 3 because the last thing I want to do is give him a quick 7, and he hasn't shown me anything in his offensive repertoire yet. And that's the really crushing part about giving up those big plays early is you haven't seen everything that he can do offensively, so you don't know his read. So it's like when he gets the ball again on that second drive, it's just like the first drive because now you have to learn everything he wants to do, and you've already given up that free touchdown. So right here, I'm just watching out for Cook because I know Cook got an X Factor ability, the jukebox right there. I thought I'd be able to lurk that. So I want to take him out the game because I know how dangerous that jukebox X Factor can be. So right here on first and goal, I know I can hold him to 3 because that's one thing that I have this year. I have really good goal line defense. I force a lot of turnovers inside the 10-yard line, and I hold people to 3 very often, which I feel like a lot of people this year have because the way the zones play, and you always, for whatever reason, get moderately good block shedding in the red zone. So I feel like red zone defense is something I feel like everybody has as we stop them on back-to-back drives, even though we got stuck on a DT when he quick snapped me. So I hold him to 3 right here, and holding the guy to 3 after he gets a big play like that feels like you just got to stop. So per the usual, I come out running the ball. I see he uses his cornerback, so I want to take note of that to see if that's something he does on every possession to throw his opponent off. As I'm running to the right side, I'm going to try to run my stretch, get this linebacker sealed off, but he gets an instant shed and tackles me for a 1-yard loss. And so I notice anytime anyone is guarding that safety right there, you'll see me. I'll throw in a lot of motion slants because I know they'll get open eventually. They'll cut across a linebacker's face, and I'll be able to fit that ball in. So right here, I go back to my run game because the defensive look he was giving me, I felt like I could run on it, especially with him using that safety. So right there, I cut in. They give me an instant broken tackle that I didn't want. I hate breaking tackles in the hole for that very reason because Harris comes right up and pokes the ball free for a fumble. So now I know I really have to get a stop right here. And bang, I lurk something nasty with Bobby Wagner, and I take it to the crib for 7. So it's like that fumble didn't happen. But I am not going to lie to you. On the initial fumble, I was ready to quit the game because for whatever reason, whenever I have those type of fumbles, I always lose those games because it seems like it's the end of the road right there. Everything starts to go downhill. I drop a lot of interceptions, and it just feels like those type of games are hell games, even though they shouldn't be. So right here, I've already taken note that he loves this little jet sweep with Cook and Diggs. So anytime I see guys like Cook or Diggs in the slot, I already know what's coming, so I'm already setting my defense up for it. I'm either manning those guys up as I come close to lurking them again. I'm manning those guys up. That way, when they motion, my safety motions with them, and he'll do a better job of coming down and playing a run. That's another tip for you guys. If you are getting shredded by the run, as odd as this should have been an interception right there, if you're getting shredded by the run, if you have a cornerback or a safety and there's no wide receiver on that side, bring him down to the line and man him up on the tight end. And as soon as the ball is hiked, he'll shoot down into the run fit gaps and he'll help you play the run a lot better. So just a tip for you guys who's struggling with the run game. So we get him to 4th down, and right here I'm playing everything short. I'm going to take away the corner routes and I'm going to play everything short as I didn't get out in time for that out route because I knew it was coming. So he runs a lot of hurry up, which is okay for me because I feel like with the type of offenses he's running, I feel like I can stop him. Now, right here, I don't know why, but my cloud flat comes down like he's going to pursue the quarterback and leaves that corner route deep. And there's nothing you can do about that. It's just right there. I should have had a pick with answer. Right there, that's just a computer AI making a bad play on the ball. He runs the ball again with Cook, and we stop him. But that last hit knocks him over the goal line, and just another bad break. So right here, even though he's fumbled, we come out with the run the ball again, and we go to juke in. Well, not even juke inside, the step inside, and we take another big hit fumble from Harrison, and we fumble and give the ball up again. So that's 2 possessions we've lost already. So now I'm really upset because I know I need to hold him to 3, but it's really hard when you feel like you don't have any momentum going for yourself, and every time you try to get something going, Madden takes it away. So right here, we do a good job of blowing up his run, 3 straight possessions. And instead of taking his 3 as he should when you get points off turnover, he decides to go for it. And right here, I already knew that Cook would be somehow involved in his play. So as soon as I see Cook shoot out the backfield, I pick him up with my user. He rolls out, and I send a spy to go get him because I just had a feeling he'd roll out of the pocket. Right there, I step up in the pocket, and I see Metcalf deep. Right there, I set up my cover 3 beater because I had a feeling he was in cover 3, but he was just covering it up with the baseline, and right there he was in like a cover 3 cloud, like a cover 6. But my cover 3 one play touchdown also beats cover 6. So all I had to do was I stepped up in the pocket. I wasn't sure if he'd be able to make that throw on the run, but Russell does a great job of getting that ball out in front and let Metcalf run up under it. So right now, I just want to hold this guy to 3 if I can. I get ball at half, so it's extremely important to me that I don't give up points because I want to go into the half with an opportunity coming out to get a multiple possession lead. And this guy, he actually did a really good job of quick hiking me as that was going to be a pick. He was just going to force something deep, but he was sacked instead. But he actually did a pretty decent job right there as he throws another pick right that time to Kendricks of quick snapping me. Before I can get all my adjustments out, he was always hiking the ball beforehand. And right here, I know a lot of you guys thinking, why do you keep running the ball if he's fumbling? Because I don't want to make myself one-dimensional. And even if you are fumbling, guys, just a tip for you guys, just continue to run the ball. You might want to go on conservative, which is something that I end up doing. But I don't want to take a huge part of my game out. I know that I'm able to run the ball. I just have to avoid Harrison Smith, and I feel like I'll be good. But even if he's hitting me for 1 to 2 yard gains, I still want my run game to be an option as I just throw that ball away, which I hope a lot of you guys are doing. If you get in a tight space and you roll out, instead of just forcing that ball into coverage, just throw it away as he gets me on a nice block shed where I actually had the opportunity to make something happen. So right here, we take our 3 and we go to play D. And remember that play because he'll go back to it. So even though I didn't think it was a big deal, I come to find out later that's one of his money plays that he runs. So I'll have to take that into consideration. So we come into the half right there. I see man D. I hit him with the corner route, juke inside, and Lockett takes that home for 7. So now we have a 2-touchdown lead. And now I can relax and play a little bit looser than I have been. So he throws a screen route, and my guys are all over that. And so right now I'm feeling good defensively. We're starting to string together stops. I'm starting to get a good idea of what it is he wants to do. He quick hikes me again, and now if you see, he runs that same play again, but because he quick hiked me and I could not finish my adjustments, Diggs gets behind my cloud flat because what I really wanted to do was make that cloud flat play over the top, so he fouled him around as I run into another big hit from Harrison Smith. Luckily, I don't fumble on that one, but I've taken notice of that play and I'm do everything I can to make sure he does not get that. It seems like it's just a wheel route that gets behind the cloud flats, but if I would have played that over the top like I did at the end of the half, Flowers would have ran with that a little bit more. And right here, this is when I was pissed because in this last patch they've implemented the stumble animations back in the game, which I hate. because it seems like you do them at the worst time. As he plays some really good D and sends a man blitz, and this is something right here I recommend you guys don't do. Don't go for it out of anger. I was pissed off that he stumbled when I had all that running room. And then I got sacked on to make it a 4th and long, which was actually good D because everybody was pretty much covered. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm just gonna go for it. I know how to pick up the pressure when guys are sending 7, but right there, for whatever reason, none of my inside tackles picked the inside lineman, picked that guy up, and he was able to just come straight up the gut and sack me. So right here, I'm just thinking, just hold the 3, hold the guy to 3 again because we've held him in the red zone multiple times. So I'm thinking if we just hold him one more time as he throws the screen route and I jump it. I went for the pick. I held wide, but they gave me a weird animation where I ran by the ball and we're able to hold him to 3 again. And now that's 3 red zone stops this game alone as I finally break a nice run. And by this time, I'm pretty sure I put myself on conservative, which I should do more often because I'm not big on juking. I just hit the holes and I weave in and out. But I don't like juking this year because it's extremely easy to juke right into a hit stick, which is why I was about to break that tackle because a lot of people don't really know when you're on conservative and guys go for those big hit sticks. A lot of the times you will spin out of those tackles and it'll allow you to pick up that 1 or 2 extra yards you need. So right here, I'm just trying to milk clock. I tried to hike the ball, but it wouldn't let me, and I ended up taking a delay of game penalty, which really messed up everything I wanted to do. I'm still going to run here because I am in field goal range, and just taking the 3 points will give me a 7-point lead, and I feel like I'll be fine after that. I could just play defense. If my guy would have held that, I would have got a really nice game right there. So again, he's sending a house, he's in the man blitz, and I take another delayed game penalty. That one was my fault because I was making a lot of adjustments trying to figure out which routes I wanted to put on the field because on the right side I was going to put a motion fade route, but it's the extended fade, if you look on the right side, that looks like an L, which destroys the man blitz. But right there again, my guys don't pick up the blitz, and I press the wrong button. And that's one of the flaws of having huge hands. So right now is back on my defense to get a stop and make something happen as we scream at him out of the 1-4-6. I had wide open, but I tried to press it too quickly because I seen the pressure coming, and I hit both buttons, Y and X, and ended up throwing deep for a pick. So right here we get the sack. I'm really confident in my ability to get a stop, but he quick hikes me again right there. He throws it up for grabs, and Griffin drops the pick. So right there, I'm raging again. I'm upset. I got him lurked right there on Thielen, but he's able to fit that streak in, and I don't get the interception, so I'm raging again. I'm really convinced I'm going to lose this game right now because a lot of the animations are working against me. I got 2 fumbles, a few drop picks, so I just know that I just got to fight right here. So he's in bunch, and I'm very confident in my ability to. I bait him so nasty right there, and Griffin drops another pick. I edited it out, but I actually paused the game for a second, took the full 30 seconds just to calm down and relax because I was so upset. And as soon as I unpaused the very next play, I lurk him the next play with Griffin, which was a credit to myself because a lot of the times I'll just let that play through pissed off and I'll give up another big play. But I paused the game, took the full 30 just to chill, relax, and try to get this stop, which is something that I usually don't do. I'm not one who really gets as upset as I used to as I throw that drag route and Brown breaks the tackle, which essentially seals this game for me. I used to be one of the guys who raged a lot. I'm talking remotes through the wall. I've calmed down a bit, even though I'll still have my times where I get upset and rage. But me taking that time out was huge to just gather my thoughts and make sure I make the correct adjustments to get the stop. Because I feel like I dropped a lot of picks and I had a lot of bad breaks, but it was one of those games I just had to fight through as Carson breaks for the 7 and puts this game away from me, guys. And that's the end. Again, I'm going to take you guys back to the screen where you can see my record. At the time, I was on a 29-game win streak, I think. And this is the end of the video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. What you guys want to see in the next video, and I get at you boys tomorrow, man. Peace.